So we are looking at text automation using macro. Okay, so we are going to use this data to illustrate. What I want to do is this is test result or exam results. Okay, so we are going to calculate. We need to compute the average score of each student, and then based on that, compute a remark. The remark will either be pass or failed. Those that get 50 and above will have a remark of pass. Those that score below 50 will have a remark of failed. So we are going to record all these steps in a macro so that we can automatically apply them to another data, okay, which is in this case second term results. So macro in this case, what the macro does is that it records all the steps you take, all the activities you carry out, the tasks you carry out here to implement the computations and formatting, stores them. All those steps are stored in the macro so that those steps can be applied to another data, especially similar data. So that's what we are going to do. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do, can somebody remind me, what's the first thing to do before we start the process?
So you started recording, then you go to developer.
Okay.
Click on developer. So you are calculating the average first.
Okay, so yes. So I go to developer, yes.
Click on it, then you come to record macro.
Click on record macro. Yes.
Yes. Then you name your macro.
You give the name macro a name. We have been using many macros. Let's go and delete some macros so we can. Let's delete this one. Do you want to delete macro exam format 1? Yes. So let's use that name, exam format 1. No, I think I prefer result format to exam format. Exam results. Okay, so let's record a macro. I want us to call it results. There must not be space in your name. Okay. Shortcut. Okay. Let's use
Control Shift
H. Okay.
Yeah.
Remark, you can do whatever you want as your remark, not compulsory. I explained this previously. Yeah,
Yes.
I explained this before. So we know what these are, but let's use the default, which is this workbook. Let's click OK. So the macro is recording now. That's why it shows you stop recording here. All right, so now we want to have average there. And then what do we want to have here? Remark. So for average, that's equals average of everything here. Can copy that down, and of course we can reduce the decimals. For the remark, it's equals what?
If
Equals what? If yes. If the average is less than or greater than 50, whichever one. 50, that's a past. Otherwise, fail. let's just say pass fail instead of passed.
Okay. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Let's copy that down. Then let's do some formatting here. Let's increase the font size of the main heading, let's say to 18. The next heading to like 12. Let's say we want all these bold. And then want it to have a color. Okay. Whatever color. And then we want this heading to be distinct. This column heading to be distinct. We are giving it a background color. And then we want to do some formatting on the body. Let's use this one. So let's stop recording now. Let's stop recording. Developer, stop recording. So it has stopped recording, right? So now look at this. We can apply all those steps to this data. Can apply all those steps. There are different ways you can do that. You can come to macros here and just select the macro. What did we call it? I think it's this one.
Result? No, it's not that.
This one.
Yes.
I think it's this one. We can run it like this instead of using the shortcuts.
Okay.
So you can see it has done everything we did here. It has done it here automatically.
Yes.
Yeah, automatically. That's what we call it task automation. Task automation. This is where we carried out the task and store them, and then those tasks were automatically applied to another data. This is very useful when there's need to repeat the same type of actions over and over again. For example, you have first term results, you format it like this. Then you have self content, you go through the process, the same process. Now we just made it simple now, just a few actions. But in real life situations, it will be more, of course, the task could be more time consuming.
Yes.
Isn't it? So by using a macro, you can save yourself a lot of time and effort. Okay, so that's the beauty of macros. Now, but there's something. Now, when you say we said we were recording, what did we record? If I ask you now, what was recorded?
Okay, what was recorded it's not really the main data like the figures. So it's the steps that was taken
Yes,
to format the data that was recorded.
exactly. Because the main data usually will be different. Okay,
Yes.
will be different. It doesn't affect the data, just the formatting. But if there's any data you also typed while recording, those one will also be retyped here,
Yes.
yeah, to reflect here. Yes. Anything you do while recording is what will be done here. Okay. So what is actually recorded is the steps taken. And how is it recorded? They are recorded in the form of a program. If you click edit here, this is what was recorded.
Mm.
See it?
Yes.
This is a program. So when you say recording, you
It's
wonder
like
what being
programming
recorded.
it.
Exactly. It's generating codes, programming codes. So ideally, if you want to be into Excel programming, then you have to learn this VBA language. But that's not what we're about. So we'll not waste time. We cannot go into all that. Okay. But we have a whole lot to do. But just know that here you can format this. You can just when you look through it, you can see that you can actually format this thing. Okay. For example, you can see here now. You say active cell dot format equals that. Okay. So assuming you change this average to something else now, it will reflect when you run the macro. See the average formula that we did and all that. All right. So that is that's an introduction to formatting, rather to automation of tasks using macros.